Yeah.
I told him when I first hit you up, was like, hey, last week, I had called me. I was like, oh man, the greatest fan gonna be watching. I was like, I think I told him last week the wrong guy. He gonna be on it.
Nah. If I snap out, that'll just make good entertainment. People love that shit. Um, yeah, I ain't got like enough fans, and I don't be consistent enough where people just, oh, he live streaming. I got I got people subscribed. See, I got like 250. I got subscribers like, damn, I forgot I was subscribed to this. Who is this? What's going on right now? I using my subscription. Yeah, I ain't got like enough fans, and I don't be consistent enough where people just, oh, he live streaming. And the crazy part about it is, that shit still amazed me because that's a green screen behind me. And
who is this? How much was this green screen?
I got like a little cheap one. It's like $20. They got one that you know them overhead projectors where they just pull it down.
Yeah.
They got one of those where it's like instead of pulling it down, the whole base at the bottom, you just lift it up and hook it at the top. That'd be like 150. 150, 160. And then the stand I got to hold it up is like it was like $40. The whole setup like really cheap. They got one instead of pulling it down, the whole base at the bottom, you just lift it up and hook it at the top. That'd be like 150. Huh? 150, 160.
Your live screen is slower than
your phone. To hold it up is like oh yeah, it lags. They got like a lag. Because it's like recording and uploading at the same time. I'm about to eat. I don't want nobody to accidentally jump in and see me eating.
What game you usually be streaming on?
God damn, nigga. Like mostly Call of Duty now. I don't play enough 2K to be streaming 2K.
I hate 2K now. This show you how much I don't really care about 2K, Keandre. That game sitting at Rob House. Yeah, he played everything. He played everything. I don't leave it off my series.
All I play is the part. And it just be.
That's all I was playing, honestly. I felt like that gets boring to me.
Yeah. It ain't boring. It's just to the point where like people look at your overall, they look at your games you win and lost, and then they jump out the circle.
Yeah.
But you go look at they shit, they know better.
They want somebody who got all that shit so they can win.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers on that motherfucker with 1,000 wins.
Yeah, nobody got time for it.
And you look at me, I got a high overall, but I ain't got but like 27 wins.
Yeah, I got like 74.
And that's all because I don't play enough. I get on that rock. I promise you, the day I got the game, Rob, like pretty much as soon as it came out, the next day, it's already motherfuckers on that bitch with 100 wins. I said, oh my God.
On everything.
Like, what do y'all do? Y'all can't have no jobs. Y'all ain't got no job, no hobbies. Y'all don't have no girlfriend if you got 100 wins. Yeah, you looking for where it's coming from. Like, I'm over here.
said I'm gonna start being like consistent with the shit, the live streaming. But I say a lot of shit.
Cause like if you get a certain amount, you start getting paid off of it, huh?
Yep.
Like what's a certain amount?
I gotta go look at it. But you gotta get a. They just really changed it because when I first started, like I had, like when I first started and I was uploading like kind of consistent, I had made like $15, but I never got that $15. But but now you gotta get a certain amount of views and shit. I think you gotta get like 40,000 watch time or some shit. I don't know.
40,000 gets you what?
Nah, it don't get it. You once you get to like, I think it's 40. I think it's 4,000. But you get to a certain watch time, you start being able to put ads on your video. Cause that's where the money come from. The money come from the ads, really. So people put ads on their videos, and then when other people watch your videos, the ad play. So the longer people watch the ads, the more money YouTube make because of the eyes that are seeing that ad, and then they pay people based on who got the ads on their video.
I know if I start doing this shit, I can't be consistent enough. My time be what's called that motherfucker be expecting me at 8 o'clock, bro. See my ass at Lisa. Hey, coach, can you please leave? my people need me.
Like you can start off with like with like certain days where people expect that day, and then go from there. Cause I want to make videos and live stream.
I wouldn't be surprised if Jacory's main face is him on that goddamn car. I get so tired of looking at his car now, Rob, because I don't see it on Sundays. I be ready to shoot that bitch up in Nissan. You talking about Jacory? Hell yeah.
Y'all must have plotting on robbing.
Yeah, she be stealing me money for her.
I'm telling you. Huh?
Yeah, my aunt be robbing the bank blind. She was giving away her whole like money about like I don't think you know her name, do you?
Guys, we all watched the film from yesterday, and I hope everyone knows it wasn't good enough. Today's practice has got to be great. You want to win a ball game?
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Hot! All right, here we go. Green 39! Green! All right, here we go. 319! Set! Green 39! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 30! Now let's go! Blue 90! Set! 319! 319! Hot! Now let's go! Green 39! Here we go now! Blue! Set! Blue 90! Hot!
Well, fellas, there's not a whole lot I can say about that performance today. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Because if we repeat what I saw out there today at
Here
our
we go
next
now.
practice,
Blue 90!
it is going to be a very
Blue
long
90!
season.
Okay. Just keep me recording. I don't care. Sometimes I don't be knowing what I want to name my songs and shit, cause I just be flowing. I don't want no relation to one we can't be laid up, no. I'm from Golden Acres, but now I'm sitting on acres, ayy. I don't want no relation, you know that I got me a lady, baby. Me and little DJ type gonna rock to the grave from the crater. House with a late no neighbors, and ain't somewhere it's no bailiff, ayy. House with a late no neighbors, and ain't somewhere it's no bailiff, ayy. Ayy, I can't fathom if you play with me. I'd be happy if you stay with me. Ayy, I'ma get in that pussy and dance in it, baby. I need your tender love and caring. Ooh, all these VV diamond transparent. Ooh, drinking Molly like the cranberry. Yo, I can fathom if you play with me. Ayy, I'll be happy if you stay with me. I promise. I love you, Kayla, Jayla, and Karen. I'm honest. I love you, Lacey, Chelsea, and Taryn. You, Kazi, baby, you mean the world to me. Ooh, I love you so much, I want the world to see. Antoine, I want me another chance. You got me, you don't need no other man. I've been fucking with you, I go up, baby. I don't know what I'ma do if you run, baby. I've been fucking with you, I go up. I don't know what I'ma do if you run. I've been fucking with you since I was young. I'ma put a baby in you, cause you deserve it. I'ma put a little seed right in your stomach. You be right where I be on 1800, ayy. I don't want no relation to mama, we can't be laid up, no. I'm from Golden Acres, but now I'm sitting on acres, gonna put a little seed right in your tummy. Ain't trying to see the police, cause I be around. I'm like, how can I breathe when you be gone? I see you fucking with me, I'm catching on. I'm gonna put a little seed right in your stomach. You know, death right around the corner. In prison, my next door neighbor. Feel like I'm down to live. I put my heart on my legs.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Jackson, and finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. First carry now for Alex Collins. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
No, check. Patriot!
On second down, Collins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Reese. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First carry for Royce Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
Back to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On second down, Jackson. That's complete to John Ross. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Third down, Jackson. And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. On third down, Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. This is Collins on the handoff, and he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. but sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Steps away to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Fielded at about the 28. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Jackson. Onunwa's got it. Complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Why did he stop? Man, what are you stopping for? Don't tackle him.
And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see it.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to close. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Jason Myers now for the extra point.
I just go.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gone!
They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Again, left side to Collins. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. Jackson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Drops it underneath for Collins. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 6 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll set up to throw. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Randy Gregory coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Denver. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 11. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They begin with a run by Barkley. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure that no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On the run, this is Hunt. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's 2 really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively. And now they've earned the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Two minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back to Denver right after this. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Lamar Jackson with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing the receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Detroit! Detroit! God, God! God, God!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
God, God! God, God!
Now Jackson on 2nd down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. The pitch goes to Barkley. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
He was hoping to get to the edge. They did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Jackson. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson eluding the pressure right. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reese. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And an alley to run. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On second down, Jackson going deep downfield for Ross. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. Now, remember, they had 2 last week in the win. Obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team, and he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Returnable here from the 38. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Minka Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. It's the fullback, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. McManus's point after is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He's still barreling through. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. First throw now for the backup Trubisky. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Myers now to kick it away. So the Broncos coming out now. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Looking to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his line back, and he's got him complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Now he'll let this one go deep, right? And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Trubisky. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing here, Trubisky. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give? I mean, if we're getting ready to run a screen pass. And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And again, it's Collins. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Welcome back now to Denver. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Collins. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Leopard! Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? To throw here. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Back there to that Philly. Here we go.
Freeman again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
That's complete right around the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
He'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Watch it now, Barney!
They come up in an offset eye. He's going to get it running right. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. Out to his left. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They go play action. Trubisky going deep downfield for Ross. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the 2nd half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. So now Trubisky will lead his guys to the line. They'll go for two here.
Come on, come on.
Trubisky will throw. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a desperation throw deep, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A handoff to Barkley. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.